2017 was the year of the ICO. Cryptocurrency went to the moon, and some amazing ICO projects also gave investors some massive returns. And you can see here, these are some of the returns to date on some of these top ICOs. You got Ethereum, you got Neo. A lot of people don't know Ethereum is actually an ICO, but you can see the returns. 63,000% return there on Ethereum, which is pretty amazing considering that most of these ICOs are down, 90, 80% since their all-time highs. So right now, the price of Ethereum is $197, and it's still up over 63,000%. Imagine the percent gained on Ethereum when it was over $1,200. So this percent change that you're seeing right now is actually after a lot of these ICOs dropped over 90% in value. But today we're talking about ICOs and this new blockchain protocol called W12, and we're gonna get in depth. We're gonna talk about W12 tokens and more, and what you should know about ICOs going into the future, and the promise of massive gains. And to be honest, 2018 has been a rough year for cryptocurrency in general. This is not the first time that cryptocurrency has went through a cycle like this, getting a bull market followed by a bear market. Bitcoin's done this, I think, 4 times now, ran up over 1,000% and then crashed back down 90% and then did it all over again. Although the cryptocurrency market is down right now in 2018, I still think there's more to come. At this point, the ICO market's getting crushed, but I still think there's profit potential here in the future. And we're gonna go over this new platform and how you can find the next 1,000% gain ICO. Talking about it in this video. Let's do it. Let's go. When investing in ICOs, it's really important to find quality projects, to find real projects that are actually going to change something, that are going to solve a problem. And I talk about this in all of my videos, really just the overall idea of investing in ICOs and what you should be looking for. But the big problem here is there's a lot of ICOs out there, and there's a lot of projects that are doomed, a lot of things that just are not going to work. And you got to make sure you protect your investments. And that's what the W12 blockchain protocol is looking to do. And you can see here, we're looking at the W12 website and the overall idea. So what is W12? W12 is creating a decentralized infrastructure in which parties do not need to trust each other. The protocol uses blockchain technology to ensure the transparency and the addressability of transactions, smart contracts, and oracles to ensure control, and actually hitting those goals on the roadmap by a lot of these ICOs. The W12 solution also includes a mechanism for a DAO creation and a platform that allows projects to raise funds via token sales without initial cost or special technical knowledge. Smart contracts release funds to any project only when they meet their milestones. So the actual project is not going to get the money until they start hitting those goals on the roadmaps. All the ICOs that you see, they all have roadmaps basically saying, this is what our plan is, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to fulfill this plan. And what the W12 blockchain protocol is looking to do is to hold these ICO projects accountable, giving these ICO projects an incentive to hit their goals, to not only collect funds and walk away and not actually deliver anything, they have to actually deliver to receive funds. So this can be used on security ICO, utility ICO, crowdfunding, and charities. A great example would be like Kickstarter. So let's say I want to create a new drone. I want to sell a drone. Here's all my specifics. This is what I want to do. These are my promises. And I set out my roadmap. I say I want to create a drone that flies. I want to create a drone that films 7K. I want to create a drone that flies 100 miles an hour. So those are my 3 goals. And using the W12 blockchain protocol, I can raise funds, but the investors are going to be protected. So I'm only going to get funds if I actually hit my goals and actually deliver on the promises that I made to my investors. So like we said earlier, 96.2% of ICOs in 2017 were too risky or scams. With charities, 40% of the funds are spent on transfers and internal charity staffing costs. So the business model for W12, they have a transaction model. No initial cost from the project is required. The more W12 tokens are used in the transactions, the lower the commissions. The size of the commission is based on the market for integration and project settings. Which problems do the W12 blockchain protocol solve? You have the scam and fraud issue. You have high risk of transferring funds to projects at early stages. and you have a lack of mechanism for protecting crowd ICO investors and participants in charitable projects. The lack of transparency and high costs when implementing charitable projects. You got the scam. That's always going to be a big issue with the ICO market. People basically promising really big deliverables, but they're not actually able to deliver. And that's a problem. Now with the W12 token, you're keeping everybody in check and everybody in line. And you're also protecting yourself as an investor. So you're not just transferring over all your ether to some project who actually hasn't done anything yet. They're just sitting there in their mom's basement and they promise big promises, but they actually aren't going to deliver because they don't actually plan on doing anything. And that's one of the problems that the W12 token is looking to address. Charities are also using crowdfunding to help fund their cause, but you have a big problem with more than 50% of funds in the charity do not actually reach the recipient. Some of the charities, if you look at the disclaimer, it'll say like only 20% of the money raised will actually be donated to the cause. The number one case is going to be for the ICO market and crowdfunding. We need to build a more responsible ICO generation 2.0. Something like W12 smart contracts is definitely needed. A system to buy ICO tokens with the refund guarantee if the projects do not deliver on their milestones. That's a big thing that needs to be addressed. You know, with 2017 having major issues, a lot of these ICOs basically just going under or just disappearing. Need to have some protection for the investors to come back and want to invest in ICOs. And the main problems of the charity market is the lack of transparency, intrusive charity advertisement, expensive admin cost, and are they actually making an impact? You can look, the solution here is to create a transparent, decentralized infrastructure where one can track the targeted use of funds. Thanks to the W12 protocol, any party can create a DAO organization of the type they need, set up its roadmap, and determine the use of funds. Each participant will be able to track and control funds and assess the impact of the contribution. We found out the use cases. We found out the idea of only paying out the ICO projects as they hit the milestones. But how does it all work? You know, what's the setup? If I wanted to create my own ICO, what do I need to do using the W12 blockchain protocol? The project fills the roadmap on the W12 platform, sets the settings for the amount and percent of funds required for each stage. The project releases ABC tokens on the W12 platform or transfers some of the ABC tokens issued independently to the smart contract address on the W12 protocol blockchain. And then the W12 blockchain protocol produces ABCW tokens in the amount of ABC tokens received. Users transfer funds to smart contract address and receive ABCW tokens. The funds are stored in the project DAO fund smart contract and are issued to the project to implement the roadmap stages. By purchasing ABCW tokens, the user can exchange ABCW tokens to ABC tokens via W12 token changer, and if desired, sell ABC tokens on the exchange. The project can set a period of freezing during which the exchange is prohibited. Exchange ABCW tokens for their own funds remaining in the project fund. The project can issue tokens independently and sell only part of its tokens using the DAO in the W12 protocol. This will allow the W12 platform to cooperate quickly with a large number of projects, thus helping it occupy a large market share. The W12 solution has already been recognized at a number of international conferences. W12 token is standard for funding projects via W12 protocol and decentralized organization. Projects independently choose in which cryptocurrency the raised funds will be stored in. The more W12 tokens are used, the lower the service commission for the project pays. For example, if a project is not less than 50% in W12 tokens, the commission is 0. W12 tokens allow users to buy tokens of any project listed on the W12 platform. The token will be used as fuel in the decentralized Oracle network. W12 tokens are used to reward oracles. Oracles will need W12 tokens and stacks to confirm transactions in network and the execution of milestones and receive rewards from the network. So some of the advantages for participating in the W12 ICO: when purchasing tokens during the ICO, you get a premium expert account, which grants you the ability to receive tokens from hundreds of other ICO projects that have launched their ICOs on the W12 platform. Accounts are valid for 2 years. After this period, it'll be possible to prolong the premium membership 50% of the commission paid in each project's tokens for holding their ICOs on the platform will be distributed among the premium accounts. In order to receive tokens from ICO projects, premium account holders must rate the project in their personal accounts on the W12 platform. So if you purchase with 2.5 Ethereum, you get a steel account. If you purchase with 500 Ethereum, you have a diamond account. So really the W12 protocol, the W12 platform is looking to give the power back to the investors. I talk about this with every video, really. What is this project trying to solve? What problem are they trying to solve? And the W12 platform is trying to solve the issue of ICOs basically taking people's money and not actually doing anything. Now with the W12 platform, you're actually incentivizing projects to hit their milestones, to hit their goals, and then you're protecting the investor. So having that peace of mind as an investor, knowing, hey, if I invest in these ICOs on the W12 protocol platform, if I'm investing, I'm being protected. There's an actual protection for the investor. So no longer are you just sending money to an Ethereum address and never actually seeing a return. You're having a much better chance of seeing those returns on your investment. That ROI is being protected, and you're giving yourself a much better chance on getting that ROI in the future. Where, like I talked about earlier, 90% of the ICOs in the past have had major issues with scams, people just not actually delivering. But now on the W12 platform, the investor, the actual investor, the investors have a protection with this system. And the W12 platform is really looking to give the investors some confidence in investing in ICOs again. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the W12 platform being utilized to its full potential, and then giving that peace of mind back to investors and really trying to cut down on a lot of these ICOs that are just total scams. With the W12 protocol, you're really protecting your investment and making sure that you're seeing that ROI in the future. Where before it was just such a gamble of just sending money off and not knowing if you're going to see it again. So if you want to learn more about the W12 platform, there's a link down below, and you can learn more how you could turn your investment into a possible 1,000 times return in the future with the next big ICO. Who knows what's the next big ICO? But at least with the W12 platform, you're going to have the peace of mind. If you want to learn more, hit the link down below, and I'll talk to you guys later on.